welcome back to part 3 of my 1971 custom free air Puma. A crap ton of work has been getting done. I'm running out of sub-assemblies. I'm procrastinating on that damn 340 over there, but I'm gonna have no choice. I'm gonna have to get after it. So, tons of chassis work's been done, tons of sub-assemblies. You're gonna see all of it. I hope you enjoy it. It turned out pretty awesome. So, pitter patter, let's get to work.
If any of you guys ever worked on a 71 Cat, you'll know that the pans are anodized and there's not much you can do with them. So I cleaned it up the best I could, pounded it out the best I could, and just went for it. So it was real nice mating it up. It was just a good feeling again to get stuff back together. I just kept working parts here. I got the hinge back on, just riveted on, just like with aircraft rivets. Turned out pretty cool. Also started working on sub-assemblies here and there. Just every night, just picked away a little something. Tie rods, rod ends, just everything. And eventually your little individual parts become sub-assemblies, and then from there they become installed. So riveted everything on. I'll put rivet part numbers in the description. Worked out awesome. Used the steel 5/32 rivets for the chassis and everything that was connected to the bulkhead. I did hard shoot, aircraft rivet, everything that was an aluminum to aluminum connection. So got the chassis all done here, and now we're starting to put other little parts on. I was able to get these nuts for the tank brackets from McMaster Car. I'll put a description below. You can also get them at Arctic Restoration. So I just keep slapping on more individual parts, more sub-assemblies, and things just start coming together pretty quick. So it's real satisfying to just keep assembling nice, clean, painted parts. Here's a 73 driven clutch that I had, laying around with a new old stock bearing. Assembled that, and it was just real satisfying to stick that thing in and just call that done. So I think it turned out awesome, and hope you like it. So we'll continue the name of the game here, which is individual parts, which turn into bigger sub-assemblies. Got all the ski brackets and springs blasted, painted, bolts tapped and cut. So that turned out pretty awesome. I'll put those aside and be putting those on much later. Got some new old stock aftermarket skis that I was able to source. And again, all new bolts, tapped and cut. This one was pretty easy. I'd already kind of processed this brake assembly off another sled. So just blasted and painted all the steel parts, put new brake pads in. I'll put a description to those, where to buy them, and put that on. So again, just another real satisfying installation of a finished part. All right, so here's a big job. I've been staring at this thing since I got the project, and it is ugly. There is not an unrusted part on it. Again, just indicative of being somewhere that's moist all the time, a pole barn or something with a gravel floor. But this was a lot of work. I gotta admit, this is my third skid I've gone through, and I'm kind of done with them. Like, people keep telling me, why do I bother? But when we get to the end here, you'll see why. It's a lot of work tearing these things down. It's a lot of work blasting and painting everything. I mean, they look awesome, but you never see it like ever again. So this one was rusty enough. I felt I had to do it. I wish I could stop, but you got to do the right thing here. So tear it all down, decide what you need to order and buy, and just get after it. So I started blasting parts that I could blast. Some of it was pretty heavy, so I did have budget sandblasting do it, like the main skid here. Once you start assembling the pile, it is so satisfying to watch this thing go together. I mean, if all these painted parts in this whole complex assembly doesn't make your junk move just a little bit, you're watching the wrong video. I mean, this is really, really rewarding to put back together, and it makes a guy smile. I put new Hifaxes, obviously had to put new rivets in, all new bolts, and a new shock. And it turned out awesome. I mean, I literally couldn't do it better unless I maybe powder coated some stuff, but it turned out awesome. It was very satisfying to be done. I kind of hope it's the last one. It's just so much work to get it this far, but just knowing I've got everything brand new underneath there, I can literally be laid to rest knowing I did my best on this skid assembly. All right, so the next thing I've been procrastinating on is the bumper. It was pretty beat up. It's got a little wave to her, but just the rash from, its life. I filed and sanded and sanded and sanded and sanded this thing. It turned out really nice, but dear God, the amount of work. I didn't think a bumper could take this long, but I was warned. Brad Wilder said, hey, you're going to have days and days into this, and he wasn't kidding. It turned out great, and I'm going to leave it this polished look and just buy a new, sticker for the middle. But oofta, that's a lot of work. But glad I did it. Turned out awesome. There's not a nick in it, and I think you'll be happy with it.
Hey, I hope you liked all that work. I was exhausted just trying to edit the goddamn video. Next on the list is get that 340 tore apart, and then I got some cat claws gonna go into my brand new rebuilt track. So after that, all that stuff goes in. I'm running out of stuff to do. So got some hood detailing, throttle cable, stuff like that. So that's up and coming in video 4. For now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.